Boo-tube. I am so sorry. The boo interrupted my video right when I was into it, like a jerk. Anyway, let's get to it. Where was I? Wally stole the stone fragment from the lab and took it to a factory where he attempts to open a breach. He couldn't. And then you see friggin' Savitar taunting Wally, saying, "Hey, you couldn't even be fast enough to open a breach. What a loser!" Right? And I was like, and then he starts saying, "You weren't even fast enough to open a breach. How are you supposed to be fast enough to save your sister?" Right? So all the taunting finally gets to Wally. And Wally runs fast enough to open a breach where he successfully throws the frickin' fragment into the frickin' breach. Only for him to get, like, sucked in like a vacuum. He's barely in the breach. He's, like, struggling and all that stuff. And Barry arrives just as the portal draws Wally into it. Like, pretty much it zaps him up. Kind of like, have you seen the movie... Odie? Where are you? Are you making this... Odie? Come here. Come here right now. I don't like when you make those weird little sounds. Come here. Thank you. Can you stop? Come here. You're gonna stop it. No. Really? Really? Are you done? Are you done? Are you done harassing your mom? Anyway, have you guys seen the movie Watchmen, based on the graphic novel / comic? Remember, Dr. Manhattan, when he first got his powers, like, he was trapped in that one thing, and, like, you see, like, what looks like little lightning, like, striking him, and it looks like he disintegrated, right? It kind of looks like that, but what happened to Wally, but he didn't really disintegrate. He just, like, vanished, right? And then, unfortunately, a piece of his, I won't say uniform. His piece of his costume was, like, there on the floor as a all burnt, like half burnt, and it's like a painful reminder to Barry because he sees it and it's like, Wally, no! Right? I was so heartbroken when I saw that. I was like, please for love of God, tell me we didn't just lose Wally, right? So apparently Wally gets sucked into the portal and trapped in the Speed Force, and shortly afterwards Savitar emerges from the Speed Force moments later and fights Barry, who manages to fight back. And unfortunately, Savitar stabs Barry in the shoulder, saying that he wants to kill him. He's not gonna fully kill him until Barry watches Iris die, and then he'll kill him. But the cool thing is, Barry is able to hurt Savitar by slicing off the arm blade that pretty much got to his shoulder with his vibrating hand. But Savitar does manage to retreat. So, unfortunately, from what I'm seeing from this episode, remember Savitar made a prophecy, in a way, where he's like, one will betray you, one will die, and one will suffer a fate worse than death. And we all assume that the one who's going to die is Iris, because Barry saw Iris get killed. And Savitar is making it seem like that is in fact legitimate. The one in the prophecy that's going to die is going to be Iris. But another piece of the prophecy has apparently been unfortunately predicted. The one who is suffering a fate worse than death is unfortunately prophesized by Wally. Well, not prophesized, but made reality by Wally. Because he is now trapped in the Speed Force. He's pretty much swapped places with Savitar. He is now trapped in the Speed Force, and that is obviously worse fate than death, because the team has even stated that Wally is the one who apparently is in the prophecy, a fate worse than death, which begs the question, is the one who's going to die really Iris? Is she really the one who's fated to die in the prophecy? And who is the one who's going to betray them? A lot of people think it's Caitlyn, who will become Killer Frost. I question it, because I still question Julian. We don't know if Savitar might gain control of Julian for all we know, and he might betray the team, or even Julian might get killed. And there's also Joe. I mean, look at Joe. He just found out that his daughter is fated to die by the hands of Savitar, and now his son is trapped in the Speed Force, suffering a fate worse than death. Joe might do something reckless in order to prevent his daughter from dying or save his son from the Speed Force. He might do something reckless, and that might include betraying the team, or he could die in his daughter's place. I don't know. Put in your guesses, guys. Who do you think is going to be the one that betrays the team? Do you really... And, how about this? Do you think that they're able to save Wally from the Speed Force? Do you really think that Iris is still the one that's going to be fated to die? If not, who do you think will die? And who do you think is going to betray them? Caitlin? Julian? HR? Put in your predictions, guys, because I honestly don't know anymore, because I did not predict Wally would be part of this prophecy. I honestly did not think it'd be Wally. I honestly thought maybe... I had a feeling Caitlin and Julian were two people that are going to be in the prophecy. I honestly thought so, because Caitlin's struggling with the Killer Frost thing, and then you get Julian, who was a puppet of Savitar at one point. We don't know if he's able to be controlled again by Savitar. And we don't know if the actor is going to reprise his role as Julian in later seasons. So, for all we know, he could get killed too. You know what I mean? He could betray the team. Savitar could gain control of Julian. And then later on, Julian will fight. From my prediction, I thought maybe Julian will be like a double-edged sword to this whole prophecy, because I thought maybe Savitar might gain control of Julian, hence him betraying the team, and then maybe later on, he fights it off a little bit, just enough so he could sacrifice himself for the team. And then he ends up fulfilling two roles, betraying the team, and then dying. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, there's still Caitlin battling Killer Frost. She could lose that battle and betray the team, but at the same time, maybe, like I said with Julian, she'll fight back, maybe sacrifice herself for the team. So another double one. So, I don't know, you guys, because I, honest to God, did not predict Wally West would be part of this little prophecy that Savitar had. I honestly didn't think so. But anyway, this is my reaction rant to The Flash, Season 3, Episode 15, titled The Wrath of Savitar. I'll see you guys soon, okay? Peace.